and Joy here. Mindset Reset Monday. Hello and welcome to another week. And I want to talk to you today about your beliefs. I know you hear lots of people talking about them, and you'll have your own belief around beliefs. You'll have your own beliefs because you'll have based them on what you've thought, felt, or decided when you've heard someone else talking about them, about how yours trigger you. Because what we believe is true, and we have to, because the unconscious creates a map of trueness, of actual, so that we can live by it. Otherwise we wouldn't have a clue what was going on. We have to trust ourselves, right? So we have to believe what's in our head is true. And I want you to now have a think about the times when you've been proven wrong. Now, I know it's probably not very often. If you're anything like me, you're always right. So that when you're actually proven wrong, it's a bit tricky, it's a bit painful, it's a bit icky. I tell you, this happens to me with people. See, I'm a really trustworthy person. I know everybody says that, but I genuinely am. And because of that, I trust people. I get walked all over. I know you find it hard to believe. I get walked all over a lot. I believe and I trust. And then somebody proves themselves to act and behave differently than I thought they would. And therefore, I have to update my brain. I have to say to myself, no, you were wrong, Vivienne. It's actually the belief you had about that person or how someone performs in that environment is wrong. So you have to update it. Because when you prove yourself wrong, you have to update your belief because it has to be right. I know it's a bit of a tongue twister, especially on a Monday, but you have to. It's a bit like when you first learnt of Tooth Fairy or Father Christmas or things way back when. That weren't true. Sorry if that's a bombshell for anyone. You can't believe it. You know it's not true. You know it's not true. And so that's how I help people to reset their mindset. My mindset reset method, the reset method, is my own model, it's my own methodology, unique to me, has been created because when we go back and evidence hunt and bust that belief, because it was possibly not even true in the first place, and this is with beliefs that are disempowering, disenabling, just making you feel shit or stopping you and making you stuck and in your own way. And if you've got those going on, you know it. And I know you know it. But you might not know how to change it or what's causing it or why you still believe it. If you still believe you're no good at something and yet you keep proving you are, you'd think that you would overwrite that belief. But sometimes the original belief came from a higher power of authority that was so powerful or so painful or so traumatic, or even such a firm decision back then that there's little bits of evidence that are chipping away. So what I do is go back to that inception point, like the first or worst experience, and gather all the reality and truth around that. And it's a very powerful process, all happening inside the head. Sometimes words and emotion comes out, but it's very quick. And then what happens is, once you reassess and rejudge and reset it, then you can't possibly have it still over here. And it creates what they call in psychotherapy, and it's not my frame, a gestalt, and it unchains every other experience you've had where that belief would have come into play. So what happens is, next time you try and use that belief, it won't be there because it doesn't exist. So it all sounds a bit complicated. I'm trying to make it as easy as I can for you to understand, because when you get that everything that goes on in your head has been put there by you, you've created it, you've allowed it, you've encouraged it, then you can reset it. And actually, sometimes there's just a whole load of stuff that needs resetting, and sometimes it's just one thing that's upsetting it, and once we reset it, everything starts to fall into balance again. So if you've got this sort of stuff going on for yourself, then I would love to help you reset it. Please do get in touch. You can book a session with me. It's the sort of stuff I do one-to-one. It's very powerful, it's quite provocative, quite impactful, and your brain will be exhausted. It's like running a marathon in a very short space of time for the brain. I look forward to helping you through it so that you can move through and get on with life and make your business the success it deserves.